What's up YouTubers? Today we're going to be doing some arts and craft. Yeah guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make yourself a paper deck box. I thought this might be something good to do. Not a lot of people have access to shops that do deck boxes, card sleeves and all that, and yeah, I don't really have much access to those kinds of shops either, so I thought let's make ourselves a paper deck box. I've been using some for quite a while now, and honestly, they're a bit helpful really, especially when holding on to decks, when you don't have any rubber bands to hold on to, or if you just want out of bound, you want something to protect them. But of course, being paper, this is only like temporary, but I didn't expect it to last forever. But yeah, I thought I might share this with you guys, because honestly, I know a lot of you guys probably don't have access to something like this. I don't really, so this might be fun. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys how to make this, and of course, you guys will be seeing my desk. I can't have a camera show this, so you won't be able to see my face. Yeah, that's probably a blessing in disguise, I know. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys how to make it, I'll be showing you guys what you need, and why don't we begin? Alright guys, we've got the studio sorted out to show off the box. Now these are what you're going to need. You first of all, for your paper deck box, you need some paper. So I'm going to be using this paper that I use in my sketchbook for college. So let's just get a piece out, like so. Don't worry about these rickety bits, you're going to also need those, you can work with them too. But if you can get a piece of paper without one, hey, good to you. Get the sketchbook away. You also need some scissors. We're going to be doing a little bit of cutting. We're going to try and not use cutting as much. We're also going to be using sellotape. We don't need glue for this, so sellotape will be much more better. I recommend you try and get like as thin as tape as possible. Don't try and get like some big massive tape. But if you do have to end up using massive tape, try and get as small piece as possible when working with this deck box. You'll probably know the size that you'll need when if you do this alongside or if you're watching this video. And of course, you will need a deck of cards. So we're going to be working with my Cyber Dragon deck inside Pokemon size card sleeves. I recommend you work with a deck with the size of Pokemon card sleeves, just because then you've got as much room as possible. I believe Pokemon cards are like the biggest card game size cards, if that makes sense, that you can have with a card game. So yeah, if you can get like Pokemon size card sleeves, that'll be excellent to work with as well. Just put a deck in there and then just work with that. So yeah, this Cyber Dragon deck is about a 40 card deck, but I'll be also matching it with the extra deck, so because I'll be then putting it with that. So keep in mind guys, the size of the cards are going to affect the size of the deck box. You might be getting a bit too big, or you might be getting a bit too small. So yeah, alright, first thing we need to do is like have it roughly within the middle. So yeah, just as in the middle as possible. And then we're going to work our way across. So we're going to get the bottom part here, fold that across. I say about so it can cover the bottom part of the text, so it covers up the Cyber and Dragon. And of course, we'll get that a little bit lower so we can work with this part as well, just so it can cover up the stars for these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Is what you need for the top as well. So yeah, it just covers the text and just covers the stars. I think that's like a good rough size. So if I can just move my hands, you can see there, it just covers up the, we just see the Cyber and Dragon. So yeah, and of course, then we fold over with the sides, one at a time. There we are. Try and get as good a fold as you can, because we're going to need these fold lines pretty soon. So there you go. And just one more for the sides. Alright, once you fold them over, you can just make out the lines like that. We're then going to refold over the lines that we've got here. It's so that way we've then got big fatter lines to work with all across this paper. There we are. Like so. Just this side now. And like that. Boom. We've got our lines to work with. Let's try and get them in the camera. Yeah, you can just see those, can't you? Alright, if you want to make sure that the lines is accurate, you put the deck back in the middle slot to make sure all the lines are roughly where you need them. And of course this deck has what we need. Okay, now we need to get our scissors and cut away these bottom lines here until we get to roughly the middle lines where the deck is. So, yeah, cut away. Like so. Same for this side. So yeah, we need like a flap there. Need that sort of flap on both sides. And then we have it. We got our two flaps. Two lots of flaps on the side. Now cut away the middle flap, the one you've just created. There we go, put those pieces aside. You might use them for decorations. Like give it bunny ears. I don't know. Anyway, once you've got that, you then re-get your deck, pop it back on the deck zone here, and just measure up. Once you got it all measured up and standing, you then wrap your deck round with these little flaps here. Like so. This part here is going to be inside your deck box. So most importantly as well, don't make it tight. If you get your flaps of this part here that's holding your deck here super tight, it's going to make it difficult for these kind of size card sleeves to go in and out. Mostly put back into the deck box, so you don't want that. So try and make it as loose as possible to work with. So once you've got that, you again get your sellotape and then tape up the flaps. So there we are, we've got a piece of tape here. Let's put that back. And we'll tape up the outer flap. Okay, so it's going to be difficult. If you're working with someone like because you're young and you need adult supervision with scissors, I recommend you use them. Give them a hand, mums and dads, if you're working with your kids. So there we have it. Now that we've got the outer flap sorted, we can then remove the deck, put it to the side, and try and tape up the inside part of here. We've still got the second flap to work with, so we'll get the smallest tape possible and just tape up the inside flap while trying to get as close to the other one as possible. My big fat fingers are going to make it more difficult. There we have it. So yeah, now we've got this and we've got the bottom part as well, as you can see here. So yeah, that's the bottom of our deck box. Alright, once that's done, you then get your deck, put it back into the slot here, and I think we can probably keep the deck there for now. I think so, yeah. So yeah, you put this deck, lay it down, and now we're going to work on like the inside of it as well, and the outside. We're going to finish off the rest in probably one big, well, flap swoop. So yeah, you can go over it again, just to make sure the fold lines are where you like, and yes they are. We're going to get our scissors and cut away the top part from the side of our deck box. Like so. There we have it. So yeah, that's our inside side of the deck box released. And same for the other side. There we go. If you don't feel comfortable with your deck being inside, you can remove it. You just need to make sure you get the lines. Alright, once then, we can then just make sure this is exactly where we want it. Yes it is. Don't worry about these flaps being a bit too big. We can sort them out later. So yeah, once we got that, we can just cut up these here. Don't cut fully, guys. Alright, don't cut fully. Just leave a little bit on it so it can still be attached to the top. Alright, that's important. Once there, so long as they're still attached, you can just put them back on and fold them on top over the deck. If they've snapped off, you can remove them. You can remove them. This is optional. This part here is optional. I put it on so it's a little more secure, really, so for like the flaps. Alright, so then we get a bit of tape and we tape it across there. This should keep that secure. So it's a little bit more extra protection, just to help the deck slide in. Alright, once there, we can go to these flaps. Go over with this one and take this corner here and just fold over like a triangle. Like a triangle. There we go. You can bend the point over there and then just get the other one and do the same but on top of the other one. There we go, we got a triangle. And with this point here, you can just fold over like so. You then get your tape again and tape it up. Tape that point over. You're going to have a flap here, so tape that over as well. But I recommend you tape it like across the bottom here. You might want this hole. You might do. Anyway, we'll sort out the lid first. So of course what we do here is we just then fold this into like the triangle area here. You might want to go from the way I'm doing it. And there we have it. We've got our deck box. And of course you've got a little window here which the rickety parts are sort of covering up. So you can barely see what deck is in here. The only way you can like really see is like a little bit of a picture you get from the eyes, so I could just see the top Cyber Dragon head. So there we go. Now we'll go to the bottom here. This is when we're just going to do some tidying up, guys. But if you want to have this little thing here, go ahead. What we're going to do is we're basically just going to cut the corners like that. And we're just basically going to fold them on top of the deck box. So we're just going to, this is just basically securing the bottom a little bit more. It's just going to protect the bottom a bit more. These bits of paper here are just protecting the bottom. So yeah, try and do it in like with 2 pieces of tape. Yeah, one piece of tape is just going to hold in 2 more slots. If you still got a bit of there, you can just easily trim away with the scissors, which I'm going to do because I can't get rid of that. Just be careful when cutting, and there you have it. You got your own handy dandy paper deck box. Made to hold about, let's see, I've got 40 cards for the main deck, and I've got about 15 for the extra deck, so this is currently holding about 55 Pokemon card sleeved cards. It might hold a bit more extra if you just slowly slide in like an extra 5. I don't recommend it. I have not done that myself, but it's your deck box. You're measuring from the deck you currently hold. So yeah, this is made to hold onto the box. Oh yeah, so to release it now, you just get your thumb and whoop, there we go. The rickety bits hide the image, and there we have it. We can now fully see the deck inside, and of course, there it is. So yeah, once there, you just get your thumbs through this center part and you just slowly slide out. But if it's like that secure, of course, you can then just slowly take out some cards. Since it's paper though, you should be able to put your finger through the back, slide out, boom. And there's your handy dandy deck box. It holds the cards. Careful though, if you do put your deck back in, because of course, since you can imagine, it's going to be a bit tight. That's why we try to make it as much room in the bottom as possible. So yeah, there we go. Managed to put it in, but of course, I just had to try and angle the box a bit more. Also guys, as we worked with the deck sleeve cards, this is also pretty useful if I just get deck close by. Let's get this one. I actually had a banded deck close by. Where on earth did it go? There. You can also get your deck that's rubber band, so like this Red Dragon Archfiend deck here, and just pop it in. There we are. Secure, like that. Because it's not card sleeved as well, you will get a bit more easier on this, but of course, since it's not card sleeved, you will get a bit of rattling around, and of course rattle it too much, and of course you're gonna get the lid popping out on its own. I do recommend it with rubber band cards, because if you get the Yu-Gi Magnet Warrior structure deck here, which is not rubber band, into the deck box, like that, like so, and then just seal it up. You will get your deck rattling around a little bit more, and of course the lid is going to pop off, like that. Alright, let's put this deck back up there. There are ways to improve upon this. You could probably get some Velcro, something like that, and just Velcro it across. I don't recommend that. You can easily just get like a bit of tape close if you're that worried about it, or laser rubber band, put it across there, or up and over, or just get some thicker card. You could probably get some thicker paper and work with this. But these deck boxes, of course, are meant like temporary sort of things, maybe. But if you're a person like me who can't go out as often to get yourself some deck boxes, or don't have a shop nearby that can get deck boxes, or just want to save some money, this is kind of a nice cheap way of making deck boxes. Because after all, I just did it with like a few bits of sellotape and one piece of A4 paper, maybe a little bit bigger because it's from a sketchbook. But yeah, to hold on to a deck like this, I highly recommend this deck box. This deck box was, of course, it's based upon my own design. Actually, I just came across it, and I've been using this kind of style ever since, really. But of course, there is drawbacks from this. It is paper. It will tear. It will get wet, come apart. It will burn, along with the cards. So yeah, that's why I recommend you use it like with card sleeves. So that way, if it's water, the cards are still protected from the card sleeves. But if you don't have any card sleeves, just make sure this is protected. Just make sure it's somewhere secure when doing it, like in a pocket or something. Maybe not a pocket, maybe a big pocket. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've used the sex box idea, really, because it's also handy for like if you want to make your own deck box, because you've got this like clear surface here, so if you're good at drawing, you can draw what kind of deck this is at the top. So since this might be for Cyber Dragons, I could just draw a Cyber Dragon on the front, and of course I can write Cyber Dragon there, Cyber Dragon there, Cyber Dragon there. Don't know what I can do about this side, but I don't think there's anything I could do except just put a picture on top and make sure there's enough room for me to use my thumb. Yeah, that's all I can say about this deck box now, guys. I'm gonna now, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've made it in the comment section below. I definitely know, I've said this already, this is a pretty awesome deck box. There's probably a lot more you can do with this. There's probably a lot more designs you can do, but yeah, this is pretty useful for like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. You could probably improve it probably a little more, probably slice down there a little bit more, get like fully out, so then you don't feel like you're going to rip it. But yeah, alright. I'm going to leave it at that, guys, before I ramble on a bit more and lose track of what I'm doing. I'm now going to go make a few more deck boxes, because I've got a few more decks that need deck boxes, so that way they're not just scattered all over the place. So until next time, guys, this is me signing out. Bye-bye.